And I want to be able to give you a bit of a story from a customer today, or sorry, a prospect from today that will help you analyze what many of us small to medium businesses go through. We need help. We need help with virtual assistants, sales support, marketing support. Where do we turn? Well, because we don't have in-country relationships or agencies or recruiting models, we go to online job boards. We go to UpWork. We go to Online PH. We go to Fiverr, as an example. So you end up finding talent in the Philippines to help you with something. What our prospect didn't realize was all what I'll call head trash that comes with recruiting your own teammate, especially if you're a founder, let's call it under 50 employees, where everyone's going to report to you, where you're the top of the bottleneck. So here's what ends up happening. You end up hiring somebody to do a project. And this project in this instance is I want you to prospect as me on LinkedIn. We call this digital prospector. And we need you to prospect via email. We use maybe ConvertKit or HubSpot. Here's what I need you to do. Here are the challenges. Number one, what if he or she doesn't show up to work that day? Monsoon season. What happens? Like, look at the weather behind me. It has been raining for days here in Toronto, Canada. It rains for 3 months in the Philippines. Electrical grid issues, brownouts, typhoons, traffic. Now, all of a sudden, you don't have an office. You don't have redundant power, and you're really beholden to the grid problems. So now they're working from home or they're working in the provinces. They have an old computer that needs formatting. It's breaking down. There's internet issues. There's software updates. There's people coming in and out of the room, and they're very busy with their lives. They don't have somebody who's helping with project management, using a Kanban board of Trello or ClickUp, some sort of project management. There's no enablement training program to help this teammate. They're truly on an island. They're working 12 hours different than you because they're not maybe aligning to North American time zones. So it's this constant 12-hour gap between communication. Anyways, all of these challenges, it sounds great. You can recruit your own teammate. It is cheaper than a done-for-you service. As you can imagine, there's no operational expenses. But now you as a founder, you just inherited yet another headcount. And you already were struggling with the 5, 8, 25, however many direct reports you've chosen to make for yourself. So here's a done-for-you service. Done-for-you service is you have a project manager, you have an account manager. So we always provide a commercial relationship, a project manager who runs, think of it as a time cop, somebody that's running Hub staff report on all the work that's being done. It's using a Trello board to manage all the project workflows. And then you have the actual teammate doing the work, the virtual assistant. We already have a library of all the standard operating procedures. So if, as an example, that virtual assistant is sick or gets in a traffic accident or something happens, we have 30 other employees that jump in and do the work for that teammate that day, all reporting to the project manager. And so now you don't have downtimes. And this is exactly what our customer said to us, or the prospect said to us. They said, I keep hearing these excuses, and I ask myself, like, these aren't my problems. I just need leads on LinkedIn. I need leads via email. And that's what you're really asking for. When you hire somebody or you have a project or initiative, you just want it to go from 0 to 1. You just want it to turn on or to work or to implement. You just want outcomes. You don't want the head trash. And so I thought I'd pose this to you. I got started, I'm going to kind of back up now. I got started in my Sales for Life days when I started offshoring. It was, I think, then called Olark or Odesk or something like that. And I used those tools, and I had some hits and misses. I had teammates, and I used them because it was easy. You could pay people by credit card, and some people would show up to do work, some people wouldn't. I would chalk it up to the fact that there was this massive labor arbitrage. I could excuse some of those particular challenges. But as you start to want to create structure and process and consistency, that's when I started to recognize I needed infrastructure. I built a recruiting team in country, and then eventually developed the infrastructure of an office, because there are so many reasons why something might not happen on time, on budget. Traffic and internet and electricity and all these things. So I wanted to mitigate all those risks. So we have an office in Dhaka, Bangladesh. It is a full Class A tower of 30 people working in a 4,300 square foot office with dozens of computers and T1 internet lines and the whole bit, so that as a customer, all you get is an outcome. You submit a project and things get done. So anyways, it is 8:22 in the evening, sitting on the dock, and I thought I'd kind of explore with you some of the core challenges. It's great if you're just getting going as a solopreneur and you have such bumpy revenue, you can't even live 1 month to the next. You don't even know, do I just need somebody to do this one project and then it's over? Or am I going to have a teammate like a virtual assistant or customer support? But once you create flow in a business, you just want to buy back headaches away from yourself. You want the capacity to be able to do the big things that are important to you, which is win new business, make it rain, and invent new products and intellectual property. And you can't do that when you're disrupted by head trash. So I hope you found this valuable, and